I'm Kumar Rakesh, and you are watching Global Governance News TV. Today, in our news package, in the special news analysis, Rajasthan, the place of violence or peace, or the this is chance and the experiment, and the politics of birth rate, according to National Family Health Survey, and how just Gyanvapi Masjid Mandir controversy, and all Jharkhand politics. So I think this all today the news how you are going to discuss uh, in our news package. So one by one news we'll discuss with inputs and analysis. So I'm just first Rajasthan. Rajasthan, Karoli, Jodhpur, now Bhilwara. And in between Jodhpur and Karoli is the big one, Bharatpur also. So this is the communal violence trying to create in Rajasthan. And today, the murder of the 20-year-old old man in Bhilwara, latest string of violence incident that have rocked the state in the country. The murder of 22-year-old man in Bhilwara, which prompted Rajasthan authorities to suspend internet services in the city, is the latest in the string of violent incidents have rocked the state, indeed the country recently. Starting April, several states, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Delhi, Andhra Pradesh, have witnessed violence during religious festivals, including Ram Navami and Eid. There is timeline of violence in Rajasthan. Jodhpur. Last week, authorities imposed the curfews in 10 police stations area of Jodhpur and suspended mobile internet services as communal tension mounted the cities after the two communities clashed, Hindu and Muslim. I'm just going to quote. And who started? That is also the open fact. Police said hosting a flag on Eid made second. A statue of the freedom fighter, Bal Mukund Biswa, near Jaluri Ghat, led to clashes. But who started? This is also a matter of concern, matter of investigation. Police had to resort the lathi charge and fire gases, sales and disperse the crowd. Reports stated that the four policemen were injured in the ensuing clashes. And next, the 3rd May was the Eid. Who started after the Nawaz? Why and what for? What is the narrative going to be formed? First you attacked, and then you just play the victim cards, and all distort fact. How the Kashmir files reveal the facts, just like that. The so-called Muslims, if they are nationalist, they should not do like that. If they are nationalist, they will not that either in any caste, community, and religion, as I think. According to reports, said the police had people had come to offer the Nawaz area, but were slonging and trying to remove a saffron flag, which replaced the previous flag they had installed. But they had installed the Pakistani flag, and Jaluri had the statue of Balmukund Biswa. Nonsense. They should understand. If they are Pakistan, they should go Pakistan. Why living in Bharat, India? And what for? So this is the main crux of the Jodhpur incident. Lower classes, as you know, the administration demolished a 300-old Shiva temple, and and they tried to bulldoze, and idols were displaced using cutters. What nonsense is going on in the states? A BJP affiliate organization denounced the operation, organized the Akrosh rally in Karoli. Big clash, communal clashes erupt in Karoli. Bike rally organized by occasion of Hindu New Year. Alleged name as a stone pelting incident. Passed through a market leading to confrontation between two groups. Recently, in Jahangirpur in Delhi. Same like that. Who is instigating to whom? This is open facts now, not to hide and seek. The clash no arson and swabs of violence was set in place, while over the 2 dozen people sustained injuries. And the violence leads to polls. Somebody say what was claimed by the Ashok Gehlot, blamed the violence on the BJP. It will begin the Karoli near the Mark Sambatsar, all the Rajasthan the peaceful during the Ram Navami. I think if I remember correct, I was there just for the Hindustan Times Group, I posted there in Rajasthan. According to me, I'm giving you my perception. Rajasthan was, not is now, most peaceful state in the world. People were so nice, so humble, so disciplined, so cultured. But now I think the vulture people are there now. They are increasing. They are just migrated for the name of votes, appeasement of that Muslims. The Congress has done the wrong to the country, the blunder for the country. Now the total demography is going to change in Rajasthan and all the states. I'm talking about the Albar. If you talk about just Ajmer, uh, how just we're praising the Ajmer Sharif, Moeddin Chisti, who is a killer of Prithviraj Chauhan. How there's no history, everyone knows. There is the Pushkar, the land of Brahma is there. If you talk to Jodhpur, the land of Ashok Gehlot, CM Ashok Gehlot, the constituency is there. How it happened? Your total law and order failed, and the, the, they are insulting like the integrity and the honor of the um, ladies, the states. How they are doing that? But if you say he says communal violence, he accused the BJP only, Ashok Gehlot, instigating riots and order of the High Command. What nonsense! Just to see the fact, Mr. Gehlot, you are just failed. You never came out in the corona. Never served the people. Time has gone. The inner fighting in Congress is just rampant. You can understand. Total governance is failed now. Only targeting BJP, nobody will save you. The Gehlot said they are trying to defame the Congress party government in the state as they are unable to digest the peace. CM statement came in the position of how just you're saying and claiming. CM statement came as the position BJP state has really attacked the government over incident of communal violence and Jodhpur, Alwar, Karoli, Bharatpur, and all. And he's saying BJP is nervous. They are instigating riots. What for? This is the blame game should be in for all the parties for the sake of peace and for the public. If you are really a politician, as I think now, so that's I'm telling you. So they're making the stories and defending themselves is not a solution for any party. Either the incident of Alwar, either Jodhpur and Karoli. And people also should understand, but who the making the narratives from the Muslim community and so-called Maulanas, they should understand this is a new India, new Bharat. So their narratives will not work. Please try to understand. If you just trust the central government, Narendra Bhai Modi government, they have already said Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas. But what does mean? So I think matter of concern to think everybody for that, not for Rajasthan, for every state. Peace, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and peace is the only the culture of the country, Bharat, Hindustan. And now track of the survey of the birth rate, fertility rates about the National Family Health Survey, fifth data. Total fertility rate dips and sharpest, and they're claiming now. I'm not taking the points and agree with the Muslim fertility has been the decline. Sorry, the data something is produced, something is not good. I think some Muslim officers are in the, as I think, it may be cross-checked, National Family Health Survey. They have just tried to play with the data, but with the equations of, I think, if you think on the population control bill. So I think we should understand. Yeah, this is this is not good, and we should understand on that. So if you think like that, fertility rate, teen pregnancies declining also, and declined to 2.2 to 2, indicating significant progress in population control measures. Total fertility rate and average number of children and women would have the end of the childbearing years decline in India last few decades. According to latest National Family Health Survey, the TFR reduced 2.2 children in 2015-16 to 2.0 children in the 2019-21. It was 3.4 children back in 1993 when the first round of survey was conducted. This is the fifth survey. As per the report, rate is 19, 20, and 21 was below the replacement level of fertility of 2.1 children per woman. So, and several factors like the age of which woman being childbearing, gap between birth, etc., etc., and determine the number of children women will bear the lifetime. State-wise breakup also. State-wise data should compare the previous NFH survey, National Family Health Survey 4, 2015-16, that is total fertility rate TFR declined in the most states. However, there are only 6 states where the total fertility rate was more than the national average. Bihar topped the chart with a TFR 2.98 children, and other 5 states were Meghalaya 2.91, Uttar Pradesh 2.35, Jharkhand 2.26, Manipur 2.17, Rajasthan 2.01, lowest in Sikkim 1.05. So this data we should understand, and the national average reduced to 1991 from 2015-16. This is the value marginally increased in the state like Punjab, Tripura, and Tamil Nadu. However, Kerala will do the highest jump in TFR, 1.56 children to 1.79 children in the latest round of NFHS, and you can understand the Wayanad is where, and Kerala is the most population increasing the Muslim. So I totally don't agree with the data that decline in the Muslim population. Similarly, Nagaland saw the sharpest decline in a total fertility of 2.7 children in 2015-16 to 1.7 children 1921. So this is a good sign for the wealth and fertility rate, and we should understand that this also depend the rural-urban divide and how it is going down. This is a matter of education. This is a matter of the awareness. This is good, and for the all caste, creed, and religion, it should be balanced, not like the Gazwa Hind formula, the increase the population and take over the country and state. That should not be honored. That should not be done, as I think. So next, if I talking about the Jharkhand, so Jharkhand is now in really in news. Today, the biggest development, IS Puja Singhal arrested, and a total 19.31 crores. And there's no figure, some 25, 19, and 20, whatever figure is there. So it is already, I'm according to whatever ED will release, that will be the fact only. So I'm not going to media reports. So recovered from her, and ED has last Friday conducted the raids, multiple premises linked to the IS Puja Singhal, who served as Jharkhand mining secretary in connection with the money laundering probe linked to the alleged embezzlement of over 18 crore Manrega funds in 40 districts of state during 2008 to 11, officials said. The enforcement director today arrested Jharkhand IS Puja Singhal. ED had last Friday conducted raids at the multiple premises linked to the IS Puja Singhal, who served as Jharkhand mining secretary in connection with the money laundering probe linked to the alleged embezzlement of over 18 crore Manrega funds in the Kuri district of the state during 2008 to 11. Officials said the arrest took place soon after the Puja Singhal appeared before ED for questioning his case, and her husband was also arrested. And total seized 19.31 crore cash from the two premises that were the searched the state capital Ranchi. About 17.51 crore cash INR has been recovered from premises Ranchi-based chartered accountant Mr. Suman Kumar and financial advisor. The links with IS officer and family are under scanner. They said around 1.8 crore cash has been recovered from another location in the city. So this is latest the development for that. So in this controversy, Mr. Arjun Munda, the Indian Minister of Tribal, he just alleged that Hemant Soren, Jharkhand government has become the king of thieves. He is also former chief minister of Jharkhand, and he said just blame what is happening in Jharkhand. Illegal mining is being done, loot, school, mafiagiri is being done openly. The state government is not understanding why the public has chosen them. There is a lot of mismanagement. Government has become a king of thieves. Travel Affairs Minister Munda told media. Muda remarks came as CM Soren, who accused the granting a stone chips mining lease to himself near Ranchi, is facing charge of misusing his power and authority to benefit himself, his family, and close aides. As Raghuvar Das recently alleged about uh, his wife, how they are given. According to reports, District Mining Office Ranchi approved a stone mining lease at a plot number 482 Angara block in favor of Soren in 2021. 13 years after he had applied for it, as per the complaint lodged by the Bharatiya Janata Party. The lease was approved with Soren was the chief minister cum mines minister in the state. It said it's a complaint. The BJP alleged it was a matter of holding an office of profit by the CM has obtained the mining lease and the violation of Section 9A of the Representation of People Act. So, as we know it, how it is going on, Jharkhand High Court also hearing a PIL on the same matter, seeking a probe by the central agency. Meanwhile, ruling party Jharkhand Mukti Morcha and allied government Congress have dismissed the allegations. The parties have accused the BJP trying to destabilize the state government by creating opportunity for central agency to target the Soren family and their associates. So now this is time of break. After break, we'll talk about the Gyan Bapi Masjid and other stories. Now, welcome after break. This is a no development in the Gyan Vapi Mandir Masjid controversy. It is going on by the petition filed by the 5 ladies. Out of 5, one Rakhi Singh has just withdraw her name with some maybe pressure of the political and family pressure, but 4 stand by, and the court is going on. So Muslim community the stop to video conferencing survey 2 days back. Now today court heard, fixed up, and they have ordered. So this is ahead of a crucial hearing of the Sringar Gauri Temple, Gyan Bapi Mosque, that is Mandir, I will not say mosque, complex on Wednesday. And time has accessed a photographer to Masjid complex, which actually some photographs also came from the different media sources, so which show Hindu symbols and idols claim to be hidden in the masjid basement. That's why that's the reason, as I think, they are trying to stop the video conferencing survey as per the court direction. And Vishnu Jain, who is a petitioner, also said the exclusive photographs are clinching evidence of the argument put up by the petitioners. He said the arguments of the court will be supported by the photographs as they prove the case that there is a temple beneath the mosque structure. It's obvious that if you talk about the Islam, this is the birth of Islam is 632 AD, but Sanatan Dharma, Hindu Dharma is more than 15,000, more than over a lakh years. So how they are claimed they are the masjid and the mosque should be there. This matter of 1669, and when Aurangzeb just destroy the temple and they just make a wall from 3 sides and just one wall open side, just force that to just demoralize the Hindu community. And Muslim side also moved the court asking judge should visit the site. Court will look into the request. The Ram Janmabhoomi case, at which the civil judge visited in the 1985. If the Muslim are saying that court should visit the spot, we'll also support that, Mr. Jain said. He further added the petitioner have moved the court seeking direction to the enter the site. Wherever the service site, there should be no ambiguity in the order. So I think they have no option now, as I think. The image is clear by some journalists in Kashi 90s shows their sibling in the complex. And there also exists a Ram Katha Mandap in the western gate, referred to Sringar Mandap, which has the symbols of lotus, swastika, and other representation in the Nagar style of architecture. And the Gyan Vapi case, the masjid authorities are objecting the videographic survey. Why? If truth is there, you should not stop the masjid in the complex On the last Tuesday, hearing a matter remained unconclusive, as the Muslim side argued that Advocate Ajay Mishra, who has been appointed the court commissioner of Survey of Sringar Gauri Temple complex, removed, he's biased. But how is he saying like that? So, Civil Justice Ravi Kumar Divakar has earlier ordered a survey of complex after 5 women petitioner approached the court seeking permission to worship the deities located in the western wall of mosque. So, I think you see the Mathura side also they have already tried to implicate the masjid structure in the promises of Mandir temple, and Qutub Minar you also also the demand for the open the 22 closed rooms since 1934 of Taj Mahal, and just and Qutub Minar is also not a makers of 1192 AD by the Mr. Qutbuddin Abek, the looters of the country. That is a 400 AD old, the Vishwastham. So our culture is Satyameva Jayanti. Truth always must prevail. And so I think, I hope to appeal, court should be given the proper direction for the in the controversy of the Gyanvapi Masjid. I think Gyanvapi is the Sanskrit word. So how they can escape from the truth. Truth is always truth. And now about the citizen law. This is an important judgment, very important judgment by Supreme Court, the historic order. So historic development, Supreme Court and today ordered the 152-year-old sedition law under Section 124A of Indian Penal Code should be effectively kept in abeyance till the Union government reconsider the provision. In an interim order, court urged the centre and the state government to refrain from registering any FIR under the state provision while it was under reconsideration. A bench comprising Chief Justice of India, Bharat and Ramanna, Justice Shurikant and Justice Hima Kohli held that all pending trials, appeals and proceedings with respect to charges framed under Section 124A be kept in abeyance. Adjudication with respect to other sections may proceed with no prejudice the cause to be accused, it held. It then said in its order, we hope and expect, this is verbatim, expect central and state government to refrain from registering any FIR, continuing investigation or taking coercive steps under Section 124A IPC when it is under reconsideration. It will be appropriate not to use this provision of law till further re-examination is over. The court also said that, also held that also those already booked under Section 124A IPC are in jail can approach the concerned courts for bail. It has also been ruled that if any fresh case is registered, appropriate parties are at liberty to approach courts for appropriate relief, and courts are requested to examine the relief without taking into account the order passed by court. Those directions will be forced until further orders. The direction issued by the courts are as follows. Some highlights points. The interim stay granted WPCRL number 217/2021 along the WPCR CR number 216/2021 by the order dated 31st May 2021 shall continue to operate in further orders. We hope and expect that state and central government will restrain from registering any FIR, continuing any investigation, or taking any coercive measures by invoking section of 124A of IPC while the aforesaid provision of law is under consideration. And if any fresh case is registered under Section 124A of IPC, the affected parties are at liberty to approach the concerned courts for appropriate relief. The courts are requested to examine the relief sought, taking into account the present order passed as well as the clear stand taken by Union of India. All pending trials and proceedings with respect to the charge framed under Section 124A of the IPC be kept in abeyance. Adjudication with respect to other sections, if any, should proceed if the courts are of opinion no prejudice would be caused to the accused. In addition to the above, the Union of India shall be at liberty to issue the directives as proposed and placed before us to the state government, union territories to prevent any misuse of Section 124 of the IPC. So the above direction may continue till further order pass. So this is a very good order, and we just appreciate, and we welcome the new entry order by the Honorable Supreme Court. This is the best for the country. This is very old laws. I think more than 100 years. This is already 75 years of the independence. So that time the English and others were trying to use against the all, I think, revolutionary leaders like the Tilak Gandhi, Bhagat Singh Azad, this law. But now we are independent. So courts should already understand. Government are just trying to understand. So I think this law is not necessary. Law should be changed according to time. As we know, the government, Prime Minister Narendra Modi government has already repealed the 1,500 laws, more than laws, are already repealed and not in use now. So I think it will be good for the and for the best for the society and for the governance and for us, for the country people. So nice. Just I think you take part in the in the in our show and how you just just saw the news and how what is your opinion, what is your inputs for this news. Welcome your inputs for the betterment of news. Please like, subscribe, and share our Global Governance News TV and promote our next list form of our journalism. How just we appreciate. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.